Welcome back to another refreshing session of the JDS podcast, the OG JDS podcast, where we talk about the week that was, now the weeks that were. Daniel, as always, I'm joined by my good brother, my associate, the bloodline, the DNA. The list goes on. Daniel, how you feeling? How you been?
I'm good. I'm refreshed after a bit of a longer break than usual. Got some interesting topics to talk about. It's good to be back.
That's great. As for me, if you were wondering, obviously university's coming to the pointy end of the semester. Stu back last week. Now, we had Stu back, me and two other mates had Stu back, and it didn't really feel like Stu back because we're barely in the first place. We're there for an hour and a half for 2 days. So, yeah, it was same huge. But did you want to kick us off with the straight into the 10 for 10? Daniel, for this afternoon.
My first 10 for 10 topic is, it's a question that I have. I saw this on TikTok.
I'm all ears.
It's, would you rather be gifted $1 million or play scissors, paper, rock for a chance of 50 mil?
I'd back myself. I'd go for the 50, 100%.
Look, I don't know.
Should we do a quick one?
Okay, this is a simulation. Ready?
Okay, so
this is for your 50 mil.
This is for 50 mil.
And if I get it, I win 50 mil.
Okay.
Ready? Okay.
Scissors, paper, rock. Scissors, paper, rock. And there you have it.
And he wins 50 mil.
And there you have it.
And that
50 G, 50
that right there is why I would be taking the guaranteed 1 million.
And that is there why you back yourself in anything you do.
No, well, I would take the 1 billion, and personally, I would just it's guaranteed. Imagine you lose, just like I did. How shit you'd feel. I saw it on TikTok, and one of them, they had the same answers as us. One of them had, this is paper rock. One of them had the million. What's your first topic?
Christos Anesti, to all the Orthodox out there. Christos Anesti, obviously, last weekend. Now, you bring this up. I think you saw this on TikTok as well, Daniel.
I did.
Cheers, we've got to get off it. There's obviously the activity where they colour the eggs and then you smash the boiled eggs.
Yeah, smash them together.
Can't think of the name anyway. The egg that ends up being smashed is the loser. And you told me that people were actually putting the eggs in the freezer, in the fridge, to obviously harden the exterior shell of the boiled egg.
And it's unbreakable.
So
the loser is the one that breaks. So if you have a frozen rock hard boiled egg, you're winning everyone. You're beating everyone.
I never thought you could cheat with religion, but obviously in this case
it's possible.
And it was quite disappointing news, but I thought that was quite funny.
Look, a win's a win.
People are taking that extra step these days. I mean, what else can you do?
It is a bit of a, is it necessary? No. My next topic is, I've been doing a bit of shopping this week, and there's one thing I can't stand about shopping, and I'm sure there's a lot of people that will agree with me.
Kick me.
When people ask you if you need help is all right actually, but hey guys, how are you? Yeah, good. That's it. Well, when there's the follow up from that, I'm like, please. When they say, how are you? And you say, good, that should be it.
Well, they're just doing their job, Daniel.
I hate it.
Instead of the how are you, I would actually rather, do you need help with anything?
Yeah, that's okay.
Because then I can say no, and then they'll leave you alone.
How are you? What are you up to today? That's enough.
But sometimes you go in and you do need help. Oh, sorry, do you have a size 11 in the black Converse? You're going to get those interactions sometimes, Daniel.
Yeah, but that's where you approach.
They're doing their job.
I'm going in the shop to look, browse, maybe purchase. I'm not going in the shop to conversate. That's where the issue is.
I mean, you wrapped it up really well there. My next one, Daniel, is I haven't been able to bring this up properly, but the Cameron Munster jersey swap debacle that occurred 3 weeks ago now.
Yeah.
Anyways, for context, I asked to Storm beat the South Sydney Rabbitohs, obviously at the match, and the Storm players were walking around, and I asked Cameron Munster to swap jerseys with me, and he basically brushed me. He said no, which is all respect, I understand. But he said, if you come to the last away game, I'll give it to you. Now, we've been doing our research. The last away game is in Brisbane against the Brisbane Broncos. Now, I wasn't too keen on going, but Munzie has said that she can get tickets with the Qantas points, plane tickets, that is.
Jeez.
So, do you think I should go, Daniel? Do you think I should go?
Well, hopefully...
Do you think he'll remember his...
I don't know if he'd remember. Maybe if you gave him a bit of a visual... I would hope that in this conversation, my name's being thrown out as an invitation. Am I invited?
Your availability is very slim.
Look, hopefully I'd be invited to this event. That's what I'm more concerned about. Maybe make a sign for money. Anyway,
I will.
My next topic is the power of AI is really starting to frighten me. Have you heard the Drake song that's been made by an AI?
Correct. With the
it's all over TikTok.
It's correct. The ghost.
How
writer.
How the fuck does this happen? It's scary.
It is.
It is. I saw another TikTok with this guy, and he was like, "I'm gonna rap half this song is me and half it is Kanye West," and it just changes your voice in the mic. Like, if we had AI right now in the podcast, I could be saying it like whoever I wanted.
Yeah,
it's scary. It's scary stuff.
The scary thing is it eliminates authenticity. It eliminates legitimacy.
What if
you can just do anything?
What if someone just made like you had someone who wanted you to fail in life, and they got your voice on AI, and they just made all these things that were controversial of you saying, and then you're done. You're done for. It's scary, and it's concerning.
My next one was Moses Gibson. Now, Moses Gibson is an American man who was in the news over the week due to the fact that he had apparently the surgery was very painful, and it cost the hundreds of thousands of dollars. Daniel, if I'm telling you this guy had surgery, very painful procedure, and he paid hundreds of thousands of dollars for it, what do you think he's getting surgery for?
Maybe a transplant. Some sort of transplant.
So you're going down that organ type of route? Life-saving organ.
Yes, life-saving.
He did this to grow 5 inches taller.
Oh, how did he do that? On his legs? They grew his legs out.
I didn't get that far into it. I just saw the headline. But he spent hundreds of thousands to grow 5 inches taller. Now, I know a few people that if this surgery came at no cost, obviously they'll take it up.
Yes, I do.
But
I know
at hundred thousands, wow! I think the amount of other stuff you can spend that on is ridiculous.
I'd love to know how tall he was before and after, because he'd have to be pretty short. My next topic is Coachella. It was on. I don't know if you saw.
Yep.
But Frank Ocean performed for the first time in 6 years.
Did say that.
And it was a flop.
Yeah, I saw people weren't very happy.
He came late and he finished early. There was no merch as well for his performance. Like, that's easy money. That's easy money. That's stupid not to have merchandise. You're going to make a bomb. There was late changes made, which made the performance worse. Apparently, he never showed his face on the screen.
Apparently, he was behind the set.
Yeah, he was barely there.
He didn't sing or rap or...
It was just playing his music. Yeah. And there was like a 6-minute rave in the middle of it that no one knew what was going on. To wait 6 years, the tickets would have cost a bomb for that as well.
Bomb.
To wait 6 years for him to perform, look, I think he should have just kept the performance in the holster after it. It sounds like he should have waited for another 6, to be honest.
Obviously wasn't mentally ready, Daniel. Anyway, I'm moving on to this topic I want to talk about. Head noise around posting. Obviously, everyone at work has their own groups, like Facebook groups to obviously converse about topics, whatever you're into. But the main thing is to put shifts up when you need to be covered a shift, or if you're able to cover a shift. Now, the head noise around actually posting, and with a lot of people in the group, mind you, there's a lot of people in this group, and the slip ups that can occur. Now,
I saw this.
This is a message that was put into the group, and it goes like this. Hey guys, can anyone take my 6 to close shift on Sunday in a swap for a day shit?
I don't think it was corrected.
Instead of shift, the person wrote shit in a swap for a day shit. Now, the concerning thing is no one alarmed him of this mistake, and it was up there. But obviously, you got to take it in that context. Does he want to have a converse shits or shifts? Who knows? I guess we'll never know.
My last topic is that Oztag is back.
Yeah, congrats.
And it's back in full swing.
You're playing obviously in the comp that obviously the superstars don't play in.
Well, you actually played in it last year, so I don't know why you're saying that.
Respectfully, but not.
Man, the squad's looking good this year. We've had some new recruits and some departures.
Yep.
And look, I think we're in a bit of form. Round 1 we lost 7-2.
What division this?
Round 1 we lost 7-2.
What division this season?
This
12?
is Division 5.
Wow.
Round 1 we lost 7-2. But I would consider that a trial game.
Dusty, yeah.
Players that had never played with us before played, needed to find their feet in the team. And then that's what they did, because in round 2 we won 10-5.
There you go.
Which is where I thought this was the coming together of what could be a premiership winning side.
Bang.
Need to obviously scout the rest of the competition.
It's only round 2, Daniel.
But
can't win.
Look, I think we will definitely make some bigger moves, bigger noise than we did last season. Last season we made the finals, but we didn't play because half the team was overseas. So look, this season looking to get some redemption there, looking to perhaps bring home some silverware.
And clearly getting your priorities straight. My next one is planning Europe trips. Daniel, obviously, as a student, as a 20-year-old, money can be slim, and you obviously want to find cheap accommodation.
Yes.
So we were looking for accommodation in Paris, France, and obviously there's hostels, and within hostels there's dorms, usually 6-person dorms, 8-person dorms. We came across a 36-person dorm.
Jeez.
36
beds?
In the one hall.
Jesus.
Hall. We're assuming there was
that
no
wouldn't
pictures.
be safe. That wouldn't
there
be
was
safe.
no pictures.
Oh.
36 people in one room,
no
in
pictures.
one dorm. I'm assuming it's a hall. I'm assuming it's
I'm assuming that's a scare if there's no pictures.
Setting. But you think how far is too far? And I think 36 people is too far.
Definitely getting some things stolen now. I wouldn't trust that at all.
Down for meeting more people, but 36, that's a family. It's like a family.
That's a family reunion.
Exactly.
Anyway, that wraps the 10 for 10.
Yep.
And that's going to take us straight into what has been a fan favourite segment since the birth of the podcast, and that is...
You just made the list!
And I would like to go first this week.
Hit me, Daniel.
And it's going off my last 10 for 10 topic on OzTag.
Oh, OzTag, yep.
And my list member is the OzTag ref that we've had for the first 2 weeks.
You just
2
made
weeks
the
in a
list!
row.
Wow.
I'm not going to... this isn't personal. But
It's not personal.
there's just... the listing isn't personal, but I feel like the refereeing style that this person has is personal.
Okay.
They take decisions... They make decisions and calls based on their own emotion. And a pure example is that in round one, this was in the second half. I constantly heard throughout the match, get back this time. You've been off all game. Get back when we were attacking. So he said that to the defensive line. And he said it, and the offside kid tagged me, and I said, no, I was in dummy half. And then I said, ref, if he's offside, you need to penalise him.
So you're trying to officiate the game.
And then I'm not trying to officiate. I'm trying to. I showed a bit of frustration because but if it's offside, it's a penalty. And he said it every set.
You've called a penalty from dummy half when you're not the official.
And then out of dummy half.
Right now I'm on the official side.
And then that was fifth and last. So that it was the tag. Yeah. And then the ref runs past. He goes, just let me officiate.
And then you go.
And then
officiate.
And then. We played the ball from dummy half. He said that, and then I played the ball, and from dummy half, I dropped the ball, right? But then he proceeds.
Instant karma.
I thought it was karma. I dropped the ball. He doesn't blow the whistle for a knock on. We get a penalty because they're all offside. So in hindsight, I was correct.
So you're complaining about what?
But I'm saying if I said nothing, that's a knock on. You know what I mean? There was another. This is probably more of a personal example. Where they're having a running set, right? And
killing it, yeah.
Member of people may know Nick Shalhoub so the ball is on the right side and we're under the pub defensively. Nick's on the left wing on the defense, and he's probably 10 meters in front of the ref. No involvement in the play, and Nick is you just hear screaming from the other side because there was he doesn't call forward passes, but you just heard forward every pass, forward, and we could not, we're under the pub and Nick's just screaming that. And then they drop the ball and then they receive a penalty because Nick's offside, but Nick's not involved in the play. He goes, you haven't made an effort to get back the whole time. So he's taken Nick's comments about being forward passes personally, and he's awarded them for it.
Well, it sounds like rather than a bunch of OzTag players in your team now, you've actually got a bunch of up-and-coming officials.
I can't. It was so funny. We're literally under the pump. They're just pushing us. There's 3 of us on the right side of the defense, and all you're hearing from the left is forward. Classic. So funny.
Sounds like.
And he got. And then that's like that's what I'm saying. That's a personal, like that's not a penalty. He's not involved in it.
No.
Didn't even tag them. And then because Nick voiced his opinion, there was a penalty given.
Well, Daniel, obviously Nick Schlubenogle, one of the first ever list members. Moving on to my list member. Now, I'm attacking a whole state with this one. Wow. A whole territory. I'm going to go the state of the Australian Capital Territory.
You just made the list!
Jeez, mind blank there. Anyway, Canberra is my list mentioned for this week. Now, obviously, we were talking about this on the vlog. If you haven't seen the vlog, go and watch it. It's a great production. Daniel, how do you pronounce Canberra? Canberra or Canberra?
No, it's Canberra.
Canberra. Now, just want to say that straight to start off. Now, obviously, we arrived in Canberra and this is on the Friday night. We wanted to venture out into the city. Quite a quiet city, quiet, cold. Canberra's like the place you go to retire if you don't want to hear any noise, respectfully. Anyway, we went into the city. We're going to this club in there. And as we're in the Uber, if you can imagine, like it's a one-way street. We're in this Uber driving up the street towards the final destination. And obviously there's a footpath on both sides of the road. Street. Anyway, we're driving down the street and we're seeing like about 8 people pissing on the side of the road. But the thing is, they were pissing facing
on the road.
Facing the road. And I was like, holy shit, welcome to Canberra. If this is what it's like, we're in for a fucking rude shock, lads. Ladies and gentlemen, people were pissing facing the road. Genitals were seen and nothing was done about it by the police. I would have police roaming those streets as soon as possible.
Is there even I wouldn't surprise me if there's no police force in Canberra.
Yeah, well, there is the government. Obviously, that must be enough. I mean, Albanese, what are you leading there when the next generation of potential politicians are facing in the road pissing? Basically, they might have hit the Uber. The piss might have hit the Uber. The urine might have hit the Uber. Anyway, that was just and it seems to be a common trend. Whenever we travel to a different state, we're obviously greeted by something quite disgusting. When we're in Brisbane for Magic Round, we get out this Uber to walk down Caxton Street. As soon as we get out the Uber, there's these 2 women in front of us and walking towards us, and one of them vomits everywhere.
Yeah,
just in front of us. Holy shit. Welcome to Brisbane. Welcome to Magic Round. What an introduction and what a way to conclude this episode of the JDS podcast. What episode is this?
I think it's number 4. I've got number 4 written. I'm pretty sure it's number 4.
Number 4. I hope you guys enjoyed it. It's been a refreshing chat. It's always good to have a chat. Enjoy the rest of your week, people. Enjoy the rest of your day. Enjoy the weekend. Hopefully this weather stays around. Am I right, Daniel?
Yeah.
Anyways, that's all from us. Let's try it, Daniel. Let's try it.
Let's try it.